to be a wild free agent market, and we have to figure out, our own situation, particularly with Clay and Kevin, and how all that shakes out. But I could absolutely foresee a place for DeMarcus here if he wanted to come back. It's just a question of what are his goals, what's out there for him.
Going back to a devastating injury for this guy, became this player and did some really special things for you guys.
Yeah, Sean has always been kind of one of our quiet leaders, and I think this year he took on a more vocal role, particularly with David and Zaza moving on last year, David West. Sean and Andre became the elder statesmen on the team, and they both took on bigger roles vocally, and I thought Sean was really key for us this year in holding everything together. He's always been sort of under the radar, one of our key human beings. Obviously an excellent player, but rock solid human being, and somebody who understands team dynamics. So, I would love to continue to coach him. We'll see how it all plays out. But Sean is a special human being, and we've been lucky to have him.
It's a really complicated free agency period that you might be going into. How much does it settle you to know that Bob Myers is basically the guy who's spearheading this?
Yes, I have unbelievable confidence in Bob, and he's incredible at his job, one of the best in the business. And I think on the outside looking in, everybody looks at a GM and says, well, how is this guy as a GM? Here's who he picked. The term is general manager. It's not general picker. It's general manager. Bob manages people. He manages our coaching staff. He manages the players. So what he means to the group goes way beyond who he picked with the 39th pick in 2013. And yet, most of what's covered media-wise is, every basketball move. Jerry West, probably the best GM of all time, once said, if you bat 500 as a GM, you're doing great. 1 out of every 2 getting right, that's a hell of a record. So nobody's going to get them all right. In fact, most people are going to get them wrong more often than not. But the stability that Bob provides, the humanity, the friendship, the guidance, the counsel, that doesn't grow on trees. That doesn't show up in an analytics book. That doesn't show up in anything other than an exceptionally gifted, compassionate, straight human being. So Bob's value is of the utmost importance to our organization.
You talked about the injuries and a lot of different things that have gone on this season. How has the season just been different for you as a coach in the past season? What is the biggest thing?
I mean, every season is different. It really is, depending on circumstances, injuries, your place in the league, what your team is trying to accomplish. To me, I wouldn't even look at it in terms of this year being different. I just look at it as an extension of our 5-year run, and then there are new dynamics at play year after year. And so this year was more about managing the fatigue, managing the length of the journey, and trying to help this team get to the finish line, because it takes forever to get there. It's a 9-month haul from the start of camp. So many things happen, and so I'm really proud of the job that our coaching staff did, that our team did, in just keeping things together and continuing to push forward.
Coach, how do you manage? You wanted to take a daily pulse on KD's free agency throughout the year. Now that it is
Well, the injury kind of throws everything for a loop. So I have no idea what Kevin's going to do. I know that we all want him back, and we think this is a great situation for him, and vice versa. So hopefully we get him back and keep this thing going with the understanding that he's a free agent and we want what's best for him, and he's free to make any choice he wants. So hopefully he's back, and we will all give him any advice, any counsel that he needs, and ultimately he's going to make his own decision. He's earned that.
Talented young coaches have used some of the
Yeah, Aaron Miles is going to coach our summer league team, and then he'll build his staff from within. So, yeah, I'm excited for Aaron. He's done a great job in Santa Cruz and very helpful during the playoffs, and a talented young coach. So, be a good opportunity for him.
Coach, I don't think anybody has ever taken your success for granted, and yet there are a lot of people who are surprised by what happened this year. How do you manage those expectations with the realities, especially after a year like this?
You don't really worry too much about what everybody else is saying. You just come in here every day and you get the work in that's necessary, and you manage those bumps in the road. You manage the people involved, and you keep pushing forward with the big picture in mind. Coaching in the NBA is a lot about pacing your team, especially with a veteran team. Being in the finals 5 straight years, our practices this year were dramatically different than they were 4 or 5 years ago. You have to adjust and adapt. So, but part of dealing with this job and this NBA season is all the noise and the judgment and the criticism, and we all have it at the fingertips with our phones and all that stuff. And players feel that, and there's a heavy burden on their shoulders socially from fans and critics alike. So you have to try to help the players navigate all of that.
5 years ago, you were in that very same spot, and I asked you, the question at the time was, what are you going to tell the team about playing in a tournament like this, what to expect? And your answer was there would be really difficult times, things they had never expected, never anticipated. They would have to learn how to deal with it. It was a very well-measured answer at the time. Did what you encountered this year exceed your worst fears?
Oh, yeah, by far. And if you had asked me 5 days ago, I would have said no, not really, because everything that happened up until 5 days ago was just basketball and people and bumps in the road. But you're talking about 2 career-altering injuries to 2 of your best players in back-to-back finals games. Unheard of. It'll probably never happen again. And so we're in new territory now, and you just have to keep moving forward.
Can you say what you'll take from this? Is it too soon to tell?
I think perspective, understanding how fleeting this all can be, basketball, life in general. We talk often about how lucky we are to play basketball for a living, to coach basketball for a living, come in here and to get paid to do this, something that we've enjoyed all our lives, but can be taken away quickly. And this week has been proof of that.
One more question. Or not. How do you feel about your future here on
My future?
refresh? You feel
I'm excited about. I'm excited about the summer. I'm sure you guys all are. But I have no doubt I'll be refreshed and recharged and ready to go. I love this job. I love doing what I do. I love the working with the people that I work with every day. So I'll be ready to go. But yeah, I need a little vacation. And you guys do too. So thanks for everybody. Enjoyed working with all of you this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Sorry, I'm
What's that?
I was just joking about the draft.
Oh, that's not really.
Troy, I appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I wanted to thank you for making it enjoy. I appreciate it. It's the best taco spot in San Diego.
So I like a place called Fish 101. A couple of them. There's one in
Local.
Also a place called Durant, no, there's a couple of them too. She said, hey, what's it called?
Wings. It's also a chain.
Crazy.